Good morning to everybody. Chart Talks. Today we're going to have a little bit of a discussion about big data and how it's transforming the hospitality industry. This is a phenomenon that has challenges and opportunities for every one of us in this room because it will affect you as trainers and how you interact with individuals that are on your team, and whether you're in a hotel or restaurant or whatever sector of the industry that you're working with. Big data comes from a variety of different places. Let's talk about that for a moment. Big data comes from every source of interaction and activity that people engage in. Everyone in this room has a mobile device, a smartphone, an iPad, or some other type of electronics that allows you to communicate. That's being tracked by Verizon, by AT&T, by Sprint, and others. So that gives a database information on who you're talking to, how long you talk, and other information about where you are every moment in time that you have that device with you. Just imagine now that whenever you go onto the internet, whether it's simply to do a search or to look through web pages or to be able to get information, that information is being tracked and databased by Google, Yahoo, and a variety of other databasing sources. Also consider that every one of you came into the hotel, checked in, and presented your credit card. Well, that goes well beyond to your debit card and other transactions that you engage in where you pay for something using that credit card, debit card, or otherwise. Now, your bank, in addition to American Express, Visa, MasterCard, are all tracking what you buy, where you buy it, and how much you paid for every item that you have. Now, this is not just a phenomenon that's located here in the United States, but this databasing is going on with everyone, everywhere. Now, the question might come up, what about all those people in remote locations around the globe? Well, have you heard of NASA Maps or Google Maps? They're tracking where everyone is, what they're doing all the time. If you haven't looked on Zillow, by the way, you can see a picture of your house and you can see what kind of car you have parked in the driveway. An individual can also look at that and say, hey, this person is paying a mortgage, they pay this amount in taxes, and this is what their house looks like, and even if they have a pool. So data is out there globally for everyone all the time. Now, the data collection is not specific to a particular type of individual. Whether you're young or old, whatever your demographics, this information is being collected all the time about all of us. Now, just imagine, if you're thinking that this data is only coming from your online activities, you're sadly mistaken. How many of you walked into this room this morning and passed security cameras that were located throughout the building? Those security cameras are capturing your image, and they're filing those digitally for reference at any time. Just as an example, in London, the projection is that each individual in that city are captured an average of 300 times a day on video that's captured and held in a database. Now, it goes well beyond that. Just consider you're sitting there watching television, and if you use Comcast or a cable service, even if you're using Dish Network, they're monitoring what you're watching, how long you watch it, and the types of things that you watch. And you guess that those commercials that you see are by chance? Think again. Now, we could keep going. There are many types of different data that are being collected all the time about you, simple things that we probably might not even think about. How many of you have a transponder in your car that helps you move down the expressway through the toll booths without stopping? Well, that's tracking where you go all the time, how fast you're driving and what your destination are, how long you stayed there, and how long it took you to get back home. That data is available to anyone at any time. So Big Brother is watching for sure. And that's got some serious implications for us in hospitality. Because across the board now, we can begin to profile who is our customer. The more we understand them, the better we can provide the products and services that are available through our hotel or restaurant or spa or whatever business we're in. So now we can start to figure out how to reach those customers in a better way. If you don't recognize this gentleman, he's been in the news a great deal. This happens to be Stephen Balaban. Stephen Balaban has developed a software application for Google Glass that allows facial recognition. Google Glass, as you know, is a device that you can wear that projects images from the internet so that you can see them in front of your eye. You don't have to carry around a computer or other device. You simply look into the vision that's in front of you. Well, Mr. Balaban makes it very obvious that, particularly for us in hospitality, we can start to use this device to be better at how we communicate with our customers, how we provide those services to our customers. Imagine that you walk into a restaurant and that you see the server or the greeter wearing one of these types of devices. That greeter or that server immediately can know who you are. They can immediately know what kinds of restaurants you've eaten in recently. They can know what kinds of credit card or payment device you use to be able to pay. They can determine what your average check has been in the past, and they know whether you tip or not. Now, the implications, as we said, are huge, because as we look at the data that's continually being developed and accumulated, as we start to connect those databases, we can now be better at pulling the information that's valuable to us and providing the services to give us a competitive advantage, to be able to merchandise the products that we're offering and the services we offer to each customer as an individual as opposed to a group. Just recently at UNLV, they were doing some research using Mylar menus so that whenever a guest comes into the hotel, they can pull from the database the identity of a guest, and they can then customize the menu that's being presented to that guest. So the menu that you get versus you might be quite different. The implications are huge. So now the information that we have can be used to make us better at what we do and how we train our team members to be able to utilize this information to be better at customer service, to be better at merchandising, and help us to be more productive and more profitable is where we're going for the future. Thank you very much.